the reality of all of the things that are coming our way is actually true. Is it real that you can use AI to change your life, to change your future, to change your finances, to make you more productive? Absolutely fact. By 2030, it's predicted that AI will replace minimum at least 30% of global jobs. Yours might be one of them. Those of us who adapt to learning about AI will be able to build communities and teams of people all across the world that can help to contribute to your purpose, whether you're trying to build a community, a business, expand through network marketing or any other sort of marketing, or you just have a mom and pop shop at the corner of the street or a gas station in the inner cities. This opportunity is for you. I'm introducing Urum Foundation, and this is a training that will happen in 15 minutes right now. I can take you there and I'll tell you what Shane Morad is going to talk about. Some of the things he's going to talk about, reading a book called Think and Grow Rich. Some of them he's going to talk about is liking the person you're in business, because we're in community building, we're in team building. I am blessed to have the trust of my family. They have all joined me in this Orum Foundation expansion, global expansion, because I see the opportunity. I see the opportunity that I may offer many of my friends and family. They might not see it. Why? Because they have a limited exposure to information. Whereas I, as a multilingual, multi talented person, if you will, whatever. Yes, I'm the best. I'm the best at what I do. I teach AI finance, and if you haven't heard the phrase, it's because you haven't been exposed. It's just been released by Mr. Brian Benson as of 2025. It will use your existing finances and give it a turbo boost to help you generate an income. And where's this income coming from? It depends on what you do. You can just be a customer with $100, and we got thousands around the world of $100 customers. We want millions. We want everybody to put $100 on this system to make a daily 10%. But it's also available to make 12%, 13%, 14%, 15%, 16%, all the way to 17.5% on your deposits. My question is, what is your bank paying you on your balance right now? Or you say, what? Bank pay me my balance? What? I don't have a balance, first of all. And if I did have a balance, perhaps they will charge me to take out even $100 to go have a dinner or to do whatever I need to do. See, the banks have been doing this for hundreds of years. They got a really good experience on how to brainwashing you, making their messages nice and smooth so you can slide right into the trap. It's called an objective versus subjective. Objective is a cookie cutter solution that the banks, the mortgage companies, the insurance guy, the girl. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just telling you, you're in a system that's been outdated for years, and AI is revolutionizing all of the global systems. Even natural ecosystems and forestry is changing. There's so much changing in the world because of AI that many of us are shocked. We don't know. Did you know that over 52% of the content you consume on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn is AI generated? Authentic videos like this ones are really valuable. Why? Because it will bring you true training, information, mentorship, and knowledge that you never had. So subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share it with somebody who's got these qualities that I will mention right now. First, I'm looking for somebody who's personable, that I can have an intelligent conversation with. Someone who's teachable. What is a teachability? In Persian, they say "Zagahwara ta gur danish bejui." From the cradle to the grave, we learn. And if you haven't read any books or done any reading lately, I can help you get started. There's some books that I can help you open your eyes. And there are some books that can help you refresh your soul. It depends on what you're looking for. It is possible, because the biggest challenge we all have is concern of money. How will we fund our basic fundamentals of basically needs? And those are discussed as well. Allow me to take you through this short presentation and share with you that I'm Arif Gilany. We're talking about AI finance, and the Morgan Gilany Group, the company that I created, helps you empower your future. Here are the facts, figures, and the truth about money. Are you interested in money? How about more money? Well, here are the facts and figures about money. Taxation system starts today. Many people will go do their tax refund, take the money, run to the mall and spend it without thinking about it because they're in the comfort zone. I'm here to break your comfort zone. Educational membership is available. AI opportunities are available. Government resources are available. And debt elimination is definitely available. But who's making all these available? I didn't just arrive here. I was born in this small village in North. No, this is called a Roj Halat, means the sunrise land, the land of sunrise. These are the pictures that I wanted to share with you as I go through my presentation to build some trust, because everyone in this middle picture you see was given a shovel. I was given a book. I was lucky to learn how to read at a very young age. And the book that fundamentally changed my life was called Uncle Tom's Cabin, about a slave who ran away from America, came to Canada, and became a judge. And I said, wow, what a country. But it wasn't easy to get to Canada. It took me 6 years of refugees all over the world: Turkey, Iraq, Iran, Germany, Sweden. You mentioned it. I've been there either by choice or by destiny. But I cooked, pizzas in Sweden for a year. I worked for Canadian Tire as a manager. Then I started my own financial services company as a branch of Citigroup. So I learned about money and finance at an early age and the importance of financial education. It's not taught by schools, it's not taught by your government, it's not taught in the workplace. As entrepreneurs, it's our job to train other people. So I am looking for 5 people to train in AI finance. And the system is all there. All you need is to pay attention, to take a pen and paper, take some notes, and show up on time for meetings and learn the inner worlds of how this works. And I was introduced to this system by one of my students who I was teaching from the book, The Ministry of Miracles, which talks about your emotional well being, your health and wellness, your relationships or partnerships, if you will, your job, your vocation, your dream job, and talks about money. It talks about personal development. It talks about social, family, and spiritual development. Now, all of these aspects follow certain laws. There's this law of self concept. What is it? As within, so without. As you think to yourself, you perform in the outside world. And we explore how these laws work and how we can help an average person learn how to have a clear communication, be more effective, be a better father, be a better husband, be a better person, and be financially free. The law of belief, for example, believes that your beliefs are your self fulfilling prophecies. They may be true or they may be false, but if you believe them, it's true for you. The law of expectation says that your expectations are your self fulfilling prophecies. I'm expecting that you will watch this video, will share it with the right person so they can pick up and contact me so I can get them into the program. And a year from now, a month from now, a week from now, even at tomorrow, they will thank me because they will see cash flow coming into their account. And this is not a promo, this is real live show. The law of attraction says that you attract people and circumstances, opportunities in harmony with your thoughts. Again, going back to the thinking process, the law of thinking says you are not what you think you are. You what you think you are. So you are not what you think you are, what you think you are. So pay attention to your thinking, friends and family, those of you on Facebook who started this journey with me. I'm sharing this opportunity because we care about one single English word that you need to write right here. HOW. How? How do I improve my life? How do I improve my situation? How do I improve my finances? How should be the biggest question, not why. Oh, why me? I'm stuck. I don't have internet. I don't have any money. I don't have. And all of those don't haves become reality for you. Remember, as within, so without. The law of thinking. You are not what you think you are, what you think you are. Law of attraction. You attract people and circumstances. I have attracted Shane Morad into my life, Brian Benson into my life, Ahmad Zain into my life, Hugh Paul into my life, Robert D'Souza into my life. I have attracted the people that I want to. And you can join us. You can be a part of this attractive community that helps people with AI finance. We think about health in terms of how health stands for H stands for health. Health and wellness is the number one priority in my businesses, in my ventures, in my life, in my family. If I'm not healthy, I can't help my family, can't help you, I can't help anybody. So health is important. That is why we introduced this beautiful brand of camel socks and blankets and sleepwear and everything else you can imagine. Creams for your face. How do I look, by the way? Camel creams are fabulous. Will even repair all of your damaged parts of the skin and the body. Yes, there's so many things we didn't know that we've discovered that I wanted to share with you. But now it is time for Shane Morad to take us on a journey. And if you haven't met Shane Morad and you're here, let me know. I will introduce you. I have dedicated 3 decades of my life to professional and personal education. Out of operations into education, I went. I started with operations management at FedEx Corporation at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I took management and leadership courses. Then I started a financial services company, became top producer in those companies. And now we're introducing AI finance. So it's not out of my comfort zone. This is my comfort zone. And I'm inviting all of you. I mean, you watch this video, you perhaps ignore it. And one day you either have pain, you're thinking, what do I do? Where do I go? Or the pain of not having money in your account is the biggest pain in the body. And I'm introducing you to some concepts, some aspects of life that you may not have explored before. For example, if I were to tell you that your banking system is outdated, these cards are no longer valid, this is no longer valid because there's a new system, there's a new card with Urum Foundation that uses your daily profits to help you make your purchases so you don't have to dip into your savings every time. So with that, I'll close this live and we'll go join Shane Morad right now to teach us about the secrets of success, because success is learnable, my friends, and the financial house can be fixed if you pay attention to end of this video. With that, there's only 4 ways to make money, and employee, self-employed, welcome, but not very easy to make money. Business and investors is the way to make money, and we bypass the banks. We bypass all these people. Let's get in zone with Shane Morad. With that, I will take you on a live presentation of Mr. Shane Morad, which is just about to launch, and I've been getting notifications all over the network that Shane is just about to speak. I'm ready with my pen and paper, and Shane is here to teach all of us. I will be sharing his presentation. As of right now, those of you who don't know anything about Urum Foundation, make sure you ask me for an invite code and register today. Every day that you delay is a day that you are pushing back your luck, if you will, if it's depending on luck. And if you think, recording in progress, AI bots manage over, there you go. We're just getting started, so pay attention, stay with me, and I'll be right with you at the end of the presentation to cap it up and to tell you how you can profit from it. 2027 to 2028, raise the bar. Neobank reaches 2 million users and 1.5 million cards. During this period, Forum, a next-generation decentralized exchange launches. Personalized AI-based services emerge. Credit scoring and capital management. The first RWA deals worth $500 million are integrated. The terminal network expands to 20,000 points across 20 countries. By 2029, Neobank evolves into a super app. Flight bookings, taxis, car rentals, food delivery, while transactions exceed $20 billion. Forum Dex cements its position within the ecosystem with $5 billion in trading volume, becoming a key element of Forum's DeFi direction. AI agents operate for hundreds of thousands of businesses, and RWA grows to $5 billion. Forum becomes an ecosystem that accompanies users every day. In 2030 to 2033, we reach global scale. Neobank's user base hits 12 million and over 10 million cards. Inside the super app, 15 to 20 integrated services and partnerships with 500 global brands. Forum Exchange reaches $90 billion in trading volume and enters the top 10 global crypto exchanges. The terminal network expands to 100,000 plus locations across 50 plus countries. The annual Forum Global Summit gathers 5,000 leaders. By 2033 to 2035, Forum Neobank enters the top 5 global neobanks with a valuation of $10 billion plus. Forum Exchange remains in the top 10, while Forum Dex surpasses $20 billion in trading volume. AI manages over $5 billion in assets, and RWA exceeds $20 billion. We are present in 75 countries with 1,000 global partners and over 100,000 terminals. The Forum Global Summit brings together 10,000 industry leaders. Forum becomes the symbol of a new financial era, a system that made finance accessible to everyone, a story that has already transformed the industry, and a future that already belongs to us. We are pleased to announce that a true professional has joined our team. Shane Morad is a master trainer, strategist, and world-class mentor. His track record includes building a company from the ground up to $1 billion in sales in under 5 years, transforming the lives of 2.2 million families across more than 50 countries. Shane is an author, an internationally awarded leader, and one of the world's most powerful. Shane is coming just on. Our growth to the next level and reinforces Forum's position as a force shaping the future of finance. Stay with me to the end of this video and you will hear from Shane Morad.
All right, everyone, welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. Tell us where you're calling in from, and let's get started by welcoming everyone to the Mastery Call. Here we are. Go ahead, and Cyprus is in the call, Netherlands. Who else? We have Germany, in Nigeria, Portugal, UAE, London, Canada, Latvia, Texas, Australia, UK, again, Canada, Perth, Australia, South Africa, Netherlands. I think that was Greece in the house. Germany. Holy moly. Good evening, everyone. India, Moldova. Welcome, Moldova. Dubai. Japan. Saudi Arabia. Belgium. Welcome. Germany. I saw there's so many going by. I'm just catching another one from Moldova. Welcome to the call. Nigeria. Canada in the house. Greece in the house. Someone says they're from Earth. Planet Earth, welcome. And you got a flag up there. And where is that flag? We got Switzerland, Dubai, Copenhagen, South Africa. Welcome to the call. Who else do we have? India, Jordan, Slovenia. Hello. Where's that? Hello. All right, welcome everyone. We're going to get started in just a minute here. If you have a chat, you might want to invite some of your team members to come and visit the mastery call here. We're going to have a little bit of fun today, and make sure you grab a pen and a piece of paper before we begin here. And Bangladesh, welcome to the call. Bangladesh in the house. India in the house. Welcome, India. We've got Romania in the house. Pakistan, Suriname, Barbados. All right, we'll give it one more minute and we're going to get started here. Let's give it one more minute. London, welcome to the call. London. Nigeria. Hello from Ireland in the house. UK in the house. Someone says, wow, truly global. Yeah, you got that right. South Africa, welcome. South Africa. Canada, welcome. I'm a Canadian too. Way to go, Canada. Kenya, Australia, Austria, Japan, Italy in the house. Welcome, Italy, Netherlands. All right. I think we got the idea here. We got a lot of people here today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And I want to first of all start off by saying hello and good morning and good afternoon or even good evening from wherever you're from. For some of you, it is the morning, early morning, and for others, it's the afternoon. And others, it's late evening. And to all the Orem, to our foundation partners worldwide, wherever you're calling in from around the globe, whatever language you are speaking, your native tongue. I know we've got a lot of translators here that are translating in the various languages. So welcome. I am honored that you've decided to join the Orem Mastery Call. And I am so, again, honored to have the privilege to be working with the genius of not only Ahmed Zen, who's the founder of the partner program, and also the chief marketing officer at Orem. That's where it all began with Ahmed. And as well, I get to work with, oh, by the way, Ahmed has a call every Wednesday at this time. And he shares like the leading edge information of what's happening in the company in real time. I really recommend that you schedule that call to get on, to make sure that you're up to date so you can share the information that Ahmed shares with your organization, with your team. If you're just getting started, then you don't have a team, and that's why we're here. If you want to grow a little bit or a big business, that's great. And the other thing is I get to work, with Brian Benson, the genius of Brian Benson, who's the CEO of the Orem Foundation, and also a new addition, Leonardo Galindez, who's the CEO of the Orem Exchange. You're going to be hearing a lot more about the exchange coming up in the next little while. And also, one thing when I think of the exchange that I've never heard before is that he announced that 50% of all the revenues, the little micro fees as people are buying and selling, and you think of any exchange, like Binance and Mexi and Crypto.com and Kraken and Q, all these exchanges, where they make their big money is just in the when people are changing from this, they take a small little cut. And with Orem Exchange, 50% of that revenue is coming back to you, to the network. And that's amazing. And again, I just want to give a shout out. They really don't get as much recognition as they should. And that's the entire corporate team that's always behind the scenes working 24/7 at Orem Foundation to make sure that everything stays as smooth as possible as we grow. And we are starting to grow faster and faster. And I want to start off this mastery call by just saying again and again, I mean, it continues to amaze me how much credibility is surrounding Orem. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but this is huge in a time and place where a lot of crypto nonsense is going on. I guess that's the best way to put it. And so there's a lot of friction when people bring up crypto. But with the Orem Foundation, what's really unique, especially for the partners, as you start to promote, as you start to introduce others to the foundation, is that, did you know like Forbes magazine has written not once, but twice about Aurum Foundation, and they're basically calling it the infrastructure, the banking infrastructure of the future. That is a clue coming from Forbes magazine. They also have invited our CEO, Brian Benson, to their advisory on crypto. Imagine that. This is pretty exciting and very, very credible. Also, Entrepreneur magazine has written about Aurum just recently. I don't know if you've seen the article. We can, we get all these articles and just put them all in one spot so everyone can go through the massive credibility. And that's what I'm beginning this conversation by saying how impressed I am by seeing all of these amazing things. But there was that just came out again that it was something like the top 10 crypto companies to invest in 2026. The top 10, and guess what? Aurum is there on that top 10 list, and that is amazing. That is just amazing. And again, one of the other things is that Brian Benson himself, our CEO, is speaking on the largest stages in the world, the largest crypto stages in the world. And for example, he spoke at the Ethereum. For some reason, it says that I've been signed out. No, it's okay. I think we're okay. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to continue on here, but basically, Ethereum had their annual convention not too long ago, and guess what? Your CEO and our CEO, Brian Benson, was on that stage speaking about Aurum Foundation. You got it, and the future of banking, AI finance. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. He was also at Token 2049. And he was also at, again, the biggest stages in the world, blockchain. It was called Blockchain Global. It was in Abu Dhabi, one of the major events for blockchain professionals. And Brian Benson was speaking on that stage about Aurum Foundation, about AI finance and the future of AI finance. And again, he was invited to speak on the Satoshi Roundtable. I hope you got a chance to see some of the pictures that have been posted. This is called credibility. This is getting real, right? And so just a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago now, he was at Consensus Hong Kong, and Aurum actually sponsored a portion of the Consensus Hong Kong. Again, a video just went live. This is all, again, credibility. And while Brian is traveling around the world at these major events, introducing the concept and the sector of AI finance, which I believe he's inventing. This is a blue ocean sector that we get to play in. This is pretty amazing and exciting. And I want to start off always by first putting the credibility before we even say anything about Aurum, before we do any training, to make sure that you get that. I mean, as a partner, you've got to know that your company, which is Aurum Foundation, is credible, is highly credible. And although, by the way, we have not met yet, maybe some of you have, maybe some of you haven't, maybe most of us have not met yet. My name is Shane Morad, and I'm honored to be the Aurum Chief Network Development Officer. And just like so many others, when I found out about Aurum Foundation, when I found out about this project, and when I started learning about their compelling vision, the compelling vision that Aurum has of really creating 1,000 millionaires that are not millionaires right now. So if you're not a millionaire right now, that includes you, right? And so our goal is to put together systems, to put together strategies that allow 1,000 brand new people to become millionaires. And I don't know if you can't get excited about that. I'm not sure if I can really help you. But I did over 3 months of due diligence myself, and I came to the conclusion, this was my conclusion, not financial advice, but it's my conclusion, is that this is one of those rare opportunities that really come along every 10 to 15 years. Like my 6-year-old son would say, that is rare, that you have an opportunity. It only comes around 1 to 10 to 15 years. It's a rarity, right? And so again, in my personal opinion, I believe that what we're looking at in Aurum I believe that Orem right now, already with what it has in place right now, not with what's coming in the future, but right now we're positioned perfectly, and Orem has all of the ingredients to become one of the first multi-billion-dollar giants in the AI finance sector. And so let's start off today by making it clear. I want to make it clear to everyone, I'm not your financial advisor. That's not why I'm here. I don't do that. Again, it's not even my role. And it's the exact same as, as you. You're not a financial advisor. 99.9% of our partners are not financial advisors. And you're not supposed to financially advise people that you introduce to the Orem Foundation. I want to start off here with a quick kind of simple illustration of what I'm talking about, of the concept that we want to bring forward to everyone, to our partners, again, around the world, no matter what language you speak in. It's always going to be developing systems. We're not going to do, hey, here's the system for Japan, but here's the system for Europe, and here's the system for Dubai, and we've got Nigeria is going to have their, no. It's one system and one concept, no matter what language, no matter where you live in the world. Now, our role as a partner is really to grow the partner network, not in your local community. You can do that. You can start in your local community, but we want to grow this worldwide, all right? Everybody would like to grow their assets. I don't know anyone that says, hey, would you like to grow your assets? And someone says, no, not me. But everybody would like to do that. So we are not limited by geography and so on. And how we do that is we just introduce people to the platform, and we let the platform, we let the products, we let the services that are being provided by Orem speak loud and clear by themselves. Just like, for example, if you go to a restaurant and you have a great meal, like just think about this. When you go to a restaurant and you have an experience at a restaurant, or you have a really great meal, how easy is it for you to tell your friends? If you had a great experience at a restaurant, we're just focusing on a restaurant for a second, and you start telling your friends about this. Here's the key. You don't have to become the chef to tell your friends about a restaurant, to tell your friends about an experience. You don't even have to know all the ingredients that they put into that meal to make it taste so good, right? All you're doing is you're pointing your friends to the restaurant. You might give them the address, and maybe you tell them about maybe your favorite dish and what you're recommending as a dish or something like that, what you're doing, what you had, why you're so excited. But again, I hope you're getting this concept, is that same with Orem. You don't have to become Brian Benson, to grow a massive. That's going to take too many years. He's been involved, in the finance industry for over 27 years, and so you just want to really talk to people that you know, that you like, that you trust, and you want to share your amazing experience. I want to give you an example. Right here and right now of something that just happened within 24 hours ago. We had some friends, they're in Orem, they're big fish in Orem, big fish, grande, right? Very big. And I'm in Venice, Italy, and they came to visit, and we had an incredible experience at a restaurant. This just happened 24 hours ago. And I want to tell you, when you think of Italy, you might think of pizza, but I bet that not one person on this call has ever seen anything like this. And I want to set it up. I want to set this up for you. There's 5 of us, okay? There are 5 of us going for kind of a lunch. It was lunch, and we said, hey, we know this place we went to, and I think it's going to be fun. I think that we're going to have a great experience. Let's go there and have some pizza. So just imagine what you're thinking about when we think of pizza. This is what they brought to the table. Are you ready for this? Check this out. This is what they brought to the table. Are you kidding me? This is for 5 people. I mean, but it was amazing. The pizza was a little thicker than normal. It was from Naples, right? They make it a little bit different, but it was so delicious. And look at the size of that pizza that they think 5 people can never possibly eat, right? And all 5 of us, and this is amazing, all 5 of us have, from the time in the last 24 hours, have at least recommended a bunch of people, at least told the story of, oh my God, we went to this restaurant, right? It was so what we're doing is we're sharing our experience. I hope this is making sense to you. And Just a sec here. We're just going to get back. There we go. Yeah, I hope this is making sense. And that's what I wanted to paint the picture, is that when we went there, what we're sharing with the people just naturally, it's just a natural, it's not a sales presentation when you're talking about something that you had a great experience with. Now imagine though, let's take it a little bit further, but imagine if that restaurant, that all five of us started talking about it immediately, and then even my wife and I were saying, hey, we got to bring the kids here. We got to tell this person, we got to tell this person about this amazing restaurant, and wanted to ensure that I don't have to know how to make a pizza to be able to get excited about this experience. But imagine if that restaurant, because of all the referrals that we're going to start sending a lot of traffic there, but imagine that every referral that you had a great experience with, and you naturally just told a friend or a family member or somebody that you know, that somebody that you care about, and because you had a great experience, you tell your friends, and if they sent money at that restaurant, that restaurant would not only pay you a fee to say thank you so much for referring that business, but imagine this. Imagine if they paid you a portion on the revenue that they collected for the history of not only that person you recommended, but all the people that they recommended when they went and had a great experience, and all the people that they recommended, they remembered that original ripple came from you. Imagine if that was even possible. You know, of course, the restaurants aren't going to do that, right? But I wanted to really get through to the point here today, is just that what's happening at Urum, because the experience. There's a customer that just gave me, there's so many stories that I can tell you, but a customer just called, someone that just went in, and they were and they had called me to say, please, can you please share a communication with Ahmed Zen and with Brian Benson? Can you share? I know that you can talk. Can you share this information with them? I said, what's the information? And just thank you so much. Like, thank you so much. And this is a customer. This is not someone building a network. They're not on this call. They're just a customer right now. But they had such a story to tell. And I'm thinking, and I asked the question, well, how long have you been involved with Urum? And they said it's like 6 days. In 6 days, because what they saw the returns coming, they were like freaking out and said, is this even possible? Please tell them thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is just incredible. So I hope, again, this is making sense to a lot of you. I hope you get the concept of what we're doing here to do and what's happening now, because the products within the Urum ecosystem that are not only here now, but the ones that are coming are so amazing. These products and the services are so amazing that our customers and our partners alike are having such a great experience that it just becomes natural to start talking about it. It's just natural. So we're talking right now about Urum Mastery. We're talking about mastery, and this weekly call is for Urum partners. All right, it's for Urum partners, and what I mean by that is, call is not for customers. If someone's just a customer and they just want to enjoy the ROI, right? But this call is for partners that are looking to grow their networks bigger, better, faster, stronger. That's who will get on this call, and that's who you want to share this information. We're going to put this call up on YouTube. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube if you're not already watching right now on YouTube, the replay. But this is the live. I'm on the live version right now. But whether you're brand new, if you're a brand new partner, you just got started this morning, congratulations, welcome. This call is for you if you're just getting started. Or if you've already got a large organization, but you want to build it bigger, you want to build it faster, you want to build it stronger, this call is for you, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to share tips that can be helpful all over the world, not just for a certain market. So I hope that makes sense again. And I'm excited. I'm fired up. I hope I'm not the only one excited and fired up, but it just keeps getting better, 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 and better. And so if you're not a partner right now and you're watching this, like, what the heck are you waiting for, right? Get back to the genius that thought enough about you to introduce you to Urum in the first place, and just thank them. Just say, even if you don't understand the whole thing, just say thank you, thank you, thank you, and get their registration link as soon as possible and join. You can if you're not video, you can just click the link from the person that invited you and you can register for free. You can register for free. There's, that's pretty exciting again. And remember, at this point, whether you're new or at this point, the official partnership, the official launch just happened in the middle of January, less than 2 months ago. All right, just started. Now, of course, Urum had a pre-launch, right? They had a pre-launch where they were putting everything together. They were making sure the pieces were fitting. They were, getting everything ready. But the official launch only happened less than 2 months ago, and that is exciting. So if you're here listening to this call, learning how to build a bigger, better, faster, stronger network, you are amongst the first in the world who are learning about Urum. Again, whether you're a professional networker or whether you have zero experience and you've never been involved with referral marketing, this call is for you because you're an Urum partner. And so again, this call happens every week. It's not an introduction to Urum. All right, we're not going to be talking about the powerful partner compensation plan. Not on this call. There are other calls that focus on the compensation plan. There are other calls that focus on the introduction. They go through all of the beautiful products and services that Urum has to offer, the breakthrough technologies that Brian Benson and his team has either already built or they're in the process right now of building behind the scenes as we speak. So again, this mastery call really focuses on ways that together we can help Urum reach. What is the vision? Let's go over this. There's a vision and there's a mission. And what's the vision? If you've been here more than a week, you got to know the vision. Whether you're in, like I said, whether you're in Japan or whether you're in Bangladesh or whether you're in Europe or Canada or South Africa, I saw Nigeria here. Wherever you're from, the vision is the same for everybody in any language. And that is to create 1,000 millionaires who are not already millionaires right now, right? And that's the vision. When I heard that vision, I said, this is perfect. I mean, this is a perfect, easy, simple vision. And the mission that Urum has is really to identify 1,000. We want 1,000 volunteers to put their hand up and say, I want to become amongst the first of those 1,000 new millionaires with the Urum Foundation. Now, already, by the way, just in the pre-launch, Urum has already created several millionaires and many, many more coming. It is astounding. It's impressive, to say the least. So again, if you haven't seen the Zone 1 series, you can find it on YouTube. Just click around. You can type in Zone 1. And if you haven't seen that series, you need to go and look at that series again, because we want to create a commonality all over the world that everybody can follow, no matter what your language, no matter what country that you live in. So again, it's on the YouTube channel called Zone 1, but go there. Now, this is the mastery. And again, this concept that I want to share with you is that what we're talking about on every call, can you maybe take some notes and can you share this information and would this strategy work in your country, in your language? The answer must be yes. It can work everywhere, right? And the Zone 1 works in every country, anywhere in the world, and it's a concept that every language can use to build their own organization bigger. They can build it faster. You can build it even stronger. And so that's where all the money is. It's all in Zone 1 if you haven't seen that. But as we begin the mastery call for tonight, I want to answer kind of a couple questions. And I'll tell you what they are. They're very, very simple. Someone might say, like, what is Urum, right? What is Urum? And someone might catch you off guard, or you might have something that says Urum on it. They say, what is that? Or they might have heard that you're involved with Urum, and they might say, well, what is Urum? Because people don't know. I mean, you can't find one in 500,000 people that even ever heard of Urum. So the market is massive and is available to every one of you. You're so early in this game. It's amazing. Well, what Urum is, and grab a pen, here's the answer. It's AI finance. That's it. 2 words, AI. Well, AI could be a word, right? AI finance. AI finance. And what's AI finance? Someone might say. And if they ask you what's AI finance and you don't know what AI finance is, how about if you had a simple way to explain and to introduce AI finance? It's so simple that you go, man, I think I can do that. Let me share it with you. I'll share 2 kind of examples. The first one is like if someone says, well, what's AI finance? And you can say, well, you know how You know how most people are tired of watching their money that they have sit in the banks? You know, they have money in the bank and they're making zero yield for many, many years now. Their money's just sitting there. They know that the banks are taking that money and the banks are profiting. You know, and people say, yeah, I know how people are getting sick and tired of that. Well, at Urum Foundation, everyday people can put their inactive money, their inactive crypto to work, and they can earn daily passive returns safely and automatically using AI. Okay, that's one way. And again, if you didn't catch that, or if you didn't write fast enough, don't worry. I'll repeat it one more time. Okay, I'll repeat it one more time, but you can go back and find the YouTube and then go over it again. But it's the concept that I want you to think about. How most people that I know, they're tired of watching their money just sit there still doing like no yield, right? But we all know that the banks are taking that money and they're profiting from that money that they're giving you nothing, zero, right? And it's kind of, people are getting kind of sick of that. But Urum is kind of creating a situation where they're able to get that money working so that can earn daily passive returns for the customer safely and automatically. That's one way. Then another way that you can put it is, you know, I was talking to Brian Benson. We were talking about this concept, and he just blew my mind. You know, when we're talking to Brian, is always going to be an experience, right? But I asked Brian, say, hey, Brian, what's AI finance? And here's his answer, right? Here's his answer, and you need to write this down, right? What's AI finance? Because once you get past, well, what's Urum? Urum's AI finance. Well, what's AI finance? Well, he says, you know what AI is, right? Shane, you know what AI is? And I go, yeah, it's like Chat GPT, and you can kind of ask it questions, and everybody kind of knows what AI is. So everybody knows what that is. It's kind of getting familiar. And he goes, you know what finance is, right? It's money, right? You got that? Everybody got that? Everybody. AI, and you got money, right? And he goes, imagine what Urum has done is they take money and they ask the AI, hey, what is the most effective use of this money right now? What is the best use of this money? And the AI starts to go to work to try to grow that money, right? Isn't that cool? Easy for everyday people to kind of get the concept of what it is without going into a long technical background and here's how it does and the bits and bytes. You can explain it in an easy way. And so again, another way to, just imagine that Urum has figured out how to build an ecosystem, a platform that uses AI, that takes advantage of AI to help everyday people just like you and me to earn daily, weekly, monthly passive returns safely and automatically. So once, and I'll just talk about the AI bot, once someone pushes on that AI bot to say go, there's nothing to do. Except you can check your computer or you can check your notification bot, right? But anyway, hope that makes sense. Let's get started with today's mastery call. We got a very interesting topic today to share with you, and I want to we'll pull up this screen here. We'll share this with you. And what I wanted to have a conversation with everyone, because I'm pretty sure by now you're having, if you've been involved with Urum even for a little while, people are saying, oh my God, this is so amazing and so fun. And it's helping so many people that we just want to help more and more people. And we want to focus more and more energy on introducing Urum to everybody. Like who do you know that would like to grow their wealth, right? And one of the things is I want to talk to you, especially if you're either just getting started in the industry and you're not really full-time in the industry, but your dream is to just be full-time in this industry. Imagine if you're making enough money every day, every week, every month, every year that this is your profession, right? You become a professional, okay? A professional. And how do you get to that point? So I remember in my career, when I was just starting out, I had a job just like everybody else. I had a job, but I fell in love with the industry, and I fell in love with the concept of being able to teach another person how to make a little bit of money and a little bit more. And I found the more people that I was able to teach, the more people that I was able to help, the more money that the company would pay. It was kind of interesting. so what happened was my mentor came. I was living in Ottawa, Canada. I was living in Ottawa, Canada that time, and I had a mentor who lived in a different country, and he flew into my city, did an event and kind of helping the team grow, like mentors do. And I went up to him and I said, "Hey," I said, like, I want to go. Like, I really want you to tell me what do I have to do to be able to go full time in this industry? Just tell me what I have to do to be able to go full time, and I'll do it. Like, I'm hungry and I'm teachable. I can follow instructions, but I just don't know what to do, right? And that's like many, many, many people, and many of you that are listening to this call. You love the industry, you love what you're doing, you love the concept. It's really cool, but you don't know how do you get to that step where you're able to just commit and go full time because there's enough revenue coming to you that you don't need any other alternative, or you don't need a job. Finally, you got your freedom, right? And that was my goal. And for many of you, that's your goal. And I want to share this story with you because it had such a big impact on my life. And I think it's going to have an impact on many people. And I think it's going to have an impact. I know that a lot of you on this call right now, you've already got teams. You're already growing teams. Some of you have smaller ones. Some of you have very large organizations. But I want you to ask yourself, what would this be worth if your team was here on this call listening to this information, right? Some are not able to be because maybe they're in New Zealand. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. So they're going to go listen to the replay, right? Or maybe there's other reasons, or maybe they've got an emergency, but if you had your team listening to this, would it be helpful to your organization or would it hurt your organization? I think by the time we're done this call, you're gonna be very, very excited. Now grab a pen and piece of paper. And again, we're going to translate in every language that's available here. And we'll get more and more languages coming on as we grow. If you can speak a language and you can translate, just contact customer support and let them know that you want to become the official translator of whatever language that you want to translate for. Okay, we're looking for people to help out. Now, here's what he said to me. Get a pen and write this down, right? He said, Shane, he said, he or she who holds the marker makes the money. He or she who holds the marker, write this down. He or she, so it could be a he or a she, but who holds the marker makes the money. He or she who holds the marker makes the money. And I'm asking, like, what does this mean? Like, many of you are saying, what the heck does this mean, right? He or she who holds the marker. Then he said, well, have you ever noticed the person that's sitting at the front of the room? When you go to a presentation and they're holding the marker, they're drawing all the circles, and have you ever noticed that they're the ones that are making the money? And I'm like, yeah. He says, that's true. That's true, And then he says, have you ever noticed that when you go to a live presentation, when you go to events, that it's the people that are making the most money that are sitting there? What are they doing? They're holding the marker. In other words, I said, do you mean that they're the ones that are doing the presentations? And he says, yes. And I said, well, then I'm going to practice the presentation and I'm going to get good at doing presentations. And this is how I'm going to go full time. I hope this is making sense to everyone, right? He says, he or she who holds the marker makes the money. I'll go back here to show you. There we are. And again, if you didn't get a chance to write this down, go ahead and write it down. And then what happened to me, and this is my own story, I started practicing the presentation like almost 24/7. I became obsessed. And I would take the slides and I would practice in front of the mirror. I would practice in front of people that I know. I would call my friends and I would start saying, hey, can I practice my presentation? I really want to go full time in this industry. And my mentor told me that he or she who holds the marker makes the money. So I want to practice. And so I would call my friends and say, can I practice? Can I practice? And they would say, sure. So I was practicing a lot. And my first recommendation is, if you want to really make an impact, you have to figure out a way that you can present. Now, we've got other tools that we're developing that's going to make it even easier for you to present. But I want you to get the concept of what I'm talking about. And that is, I know it's again. Was I fearful? Practicing the presentation. Yes, I was. Okay, that's normal because I think fear of speaking is one of the biggest fears. I think 3 places ahead of death. Most people rather die than speak in front of people, right? But you just have to speak in front of one. So I was